Hello everyone, welcome to Pragya Biology classes. This is Dr. Shal Pragya and today we will discuss the last kingdom of 5 kingdom classification system, that is kingdom Animalia. In the last video we have discussed kingdom Plantae and today we are going to discuss about kingdom Animalia, characteristic features of kingdom Animalia. Then we will discuss the different divisions of kingdom Animalia, and thereafter we will start to discuss each and every division or phylum with their characteristic features. So we will discuss everything. Let's start with the characteristic feature of kingdom Animalia. So kingdom Animalia is the largest group of living organisms that we have to study. This is the largest group among the living organisms that we have to study. Now, kingdom Animalia include all the multicellular organisms that are heterotrophic mode of nutrition. That shows heterotrophic mode of nutrition. That means heterotrophic organisms that lack cell wall. इनमें जो है cell wall नहीं होगी. Cell wall is the characteristic feature of kingdom Plantae. The cell of animals are surrounded by a thin plasma membrane. Now, kingdom Animalia is divided into 9 groups or 9 phyla on the basis of body shape and symmetry, number of germ layers, and presence or absence of body cavity in order of their increasing complexity. The 9 groups or 9 phyla are Porifera, Cnidaria, that is also known as colentrates, then Platyhelminths, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata and Chordata. So these are the 9 phyla in which we have divided kingdom Animalia. Now from kingdom Porifera to kingdom Echinodermata, these 8 kingdoms, from kingdom Porifera to Echinodermata, these 8 kingdoms are grouped together under a different category or under a category of organisms that are also known as invertebrates. Now, what is invertebrate or why this group is known as invertebrate? So, invertebrate means the animals without a backbone. Backbone is also known as vertebral column because it is made up of vertebrae. So, it is also known as vertebral column. So, the animals that possess vertebral column are known as vertebrates, whereas the animals they don't have any kind of vertebral column, then they are known as invertebrates. Okay. So, on the basis of presence or absence of vertebral column, the organisms are simply divided into 2 groups. These are invertebrates and vertebrates. The animals that don't possess vertebral column, invertebrates, and the animals that possess vertebral column, vertebrates. The last phylum, Chordata, that is 9th phylum, include all such animals which have some kind of backbone and are popularly called vertebrates.
इस तरह से हम देखते हैं कि एनिमल किंगडम को अगर नंबर ऑफ सेल्स के आधार पर बांटा जाए तो ये 2 प्रकार के होंगे, यूनिसेलुलर और मल्टीसेलुलर। वहीं अगर एनिमल्स को हम लोग बॉडी सिमेट्री के आधार पर डिवाइड करते हैं तो ये 3 तरह के होंगे, एसिमेट्रिकल, रेडियल सिमेट्रिकल and bilateral symmetrical organisms. Depending on the number of germ layers, animal can be divided into 2 types, diploblastic animals and triploblastic animals. In diploblastic animals, 2 germ layers, ectoderm and endoderm are found. Example, Porifera and Coelenterata. Whereas in triploblastic animals, 3 germ layers, ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm is present, and examples are phylum Platyhelminths and phylum Vertebrata. Now we will talk about coelom or body cavity. सीलोम को हम लोग बॉडी कैविटी भी कहते हैं और सीलोम के अंदर ही बहुत सारे ऑर्गन्स क्लोज्ड होते हैं. सो वी कैन से दैट द सीलोम और बॉडी कैविटी इज द स्ट्रक्चर in which many organs are enclosed in it in multicellular organisms. अब on the basis of presence or absence of coelom, animals can be divided into acoelomate, pseudocoelomate and coelomate. एसीलोमेट ऐसे ऑर्गेनिजम्स को कहेंगे जहाँ पर कि सीलोम एब्सेंट रहेंगे. ए मीन्स नो, सीलोमेट मीन्स बॉडी कैविटी. नो बॉडी कैविटी मीन्स ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर नोन एज एसीलोमेट. एग्जाम्पल पॉरीफेरा, सिलेंट्रेटा और प्लैटीहेलमिन्थ्स. स्यूडोसिलोमेट मीन्स false body coelom or false body cavity is present. Example Aschelminthus. And coelomate means true coelom is present. Example Annelida to vertebrata. True body cavity is present in Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Protochordata and vertebrata. So before discussing animal kingdom or different phylums of animal kingdom, it is very important to discuss all these terms because we will use these terms while discussing animal kingdom. Symmetry means the arrangement of body parts around an axis. In other words, we can say that it refers to the division of body into equal parts by lines or planes drawn through the central axis. The body of certain animals can be divided into similar halves. मतलब कुछ एनिमल्स ऐसे होते हैं जिनके बॉडी को दो आधे आधे भागों में बांटा जा सकता है. ऐसे एनिमल्स को हम लोग सिमेट्रिकल एनिमल कहते हैं. लेकिन कुछ एनिमल ऐसे भी होते हैं जैसे कि स्नेल्स एंड मेनी स्पॉन्जेस आर इरेगुलरली शेप्ड. उनके बॉडी इरेगुलर होते हैं और उसे किसी भी प्लेन से काटा जाए वो दो इक्वल हाफ्स में नहीं बांटे जा सकते हैं. सच एनिमल्स आर सेड टू बी एसिमेट्रिकल. अब जो एनिमल्स सिमेट्रिकल होंगे उनमें दो तरह की सिमेट्री पाई जाती है, आइदर रेडियल सिमेट्री और बायलैटरल सिमेट्री. Bilaterally symmetrical body can be divided into two similar halves only by one plane that passes through the central axis or median axis. इसके एग्जाम्पल होंगे मैन और टॉर्टोइज. दैट मीन्स वी कैन से दैट जो बायलैट्रिकली सिमेट्रिकल बॉडी होंगे उसे दो बराबर भागों में बांटा जा सकता है, लेकिन सिर्फ एक प्लेन के थ्रू इसे दो बराबर भागों में बांटा जाएगा और वो प्लेन कहाँ से होकर गुजरेगी, या तो सेंट्रल या मीडियन एक्सिस से होकर गुजरेगी. वहीं रेडियली सिमेट्रिकल बॉडी को हम लोग किसी भी प्लेन से कट करके दो बराबर भागों में बांट सकते हैं, लेकिन उस कटिंग के समय यह ध्यान रखना होगा कि हम लोग मिडिल से कट करें फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम. और इस तरह से अगर कोई भी बॉडी अगर रेडियली सिमेट्रिकल बॉडी है या रेडियल सिमेट्री शो करता है तो उस बॉडी को हम लोग बीचों बीच दो भाग में किसी भी प्लेन से काट कर बांट सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हाइड्रा एंड स्टारफिश. अब तक हम लोगों ने बॉडी सिमेट्री डिस्कस की. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस बॉडी डायरेक्शंस. So on the basis of direction of the body, it can be divided into 5 directions. Anterior means towards the front, posterior means towards the hind end, dorsal means relating to the back or upper side of the body. ऊपर वाले हिस्से को हम लोग डोर्सल और नीचे वाले हिस्से को हम लोग वेंट्रल पोर्शन ऑफ द बॉडी बोलेंगे, बिलोंगिंग टू द लोअर और अंडर साइड ऑफ द बॉडी. whereas the sides of the body is known as lateral part of the body. Now we will discuss about different phylum of kingdom Animalia, and first of all we will discuss about phylum Porifera. Porifera are the simplest multicellular animals. The sponges are pore bearer because of presence of porous body. They are very simple organisms and simplest among the multicellular animals. They consist of colonies of cells lacking organs. They live
mostly in the sea, but a few occurs in fresh water. फ्रेश वाटर स्पॉन्ज के एग्जाम्पल हैं स्पॉन्जिला एंड मोस्टली जो मराइन स्पॉन्ज पाए जाते हैं उनके एग्जाम्पल हैं साइकॉन, स्पॉन्जिया, यू स्पॉन्जिया जिसे बाथ स्पंज भी बोलते हैं. So they live mostly in sea but few occurs in fresh water. They have cellular organizations means उनके बॉडी में जो लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होता है वो सेलुलर लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होगा. वो ससाइल होते हैं या फिर स्टेशनरी होंगे एंड दे गिव प्लांट लाइक अपीयरेंस. वो देखने में प्लांट्स की तरह लगते हैं लेकिन एक्चुअली वो एनिमल्स हैं. Most of the sponges are asymmetrical. Some are radially symmetrical in shape. They have cylindrical, vase-like, rounded or sac-like bronze structures. The body is porous. The pores are called ostia, जिसे singular form में हम लोग ostium बोलेंगे. In addition, there is a single large opening called the osculum at the top. तो जब भोजन जो ये लोग जो भोजन लेते हैं वो पानी के साथ लेते हैं एंड वाटर अलोंग विथ फूड इज ड्रॉन इन थ्रू द ऑस्टिया. माउथ एंड एलिमेंट्री कनाल आर एब्सेंट. डाइजेशन इज इंट्रासेलुलर. In addition to pores, the body has characteristic canal systems for circulation of water. इनमें स्केलेटन्स भी पाए जाते हैं. It consists of calcareous or siliceous spicules, that means needle-like structures, और ये needle-like structures proteinaceous होते हैं और ये बने होते हैं spongin fibers के. Now we will talk about phylum Cnidaria. The term Cnidaria denotes the stinging nature of these animals. The name Coelenterata means hollow gut. The body has a sac-like body cavity, the gut or enteron, with the single opening to the outside for ingestion and digestion. तो इसके जो बॉडी कैविटी होते हैं वो सिलेंटरॉन होते हैं जिसका मतलब है कि एक हॉलो गट एंड ऑन दिस बेसिस ओनली नाइडेरिया आर ऑल्सो नोन एज सिलेंट्रेटा. All coelentrates are aquatic animals. Most of the forms live in sea, marine forms, except a few like Hydra which are found in fresh water. Body radially symmetrical होगा. टिश्यू लेवल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पाए जाएंगे एंड सिलेंट्रॉन और गैस्ट्रोवैस्कुलर कैविटी विथ ओनली वन ओपनिंग. जो गैस्ट्रोवैस्कुलर कैविटी होंगे उसमें एक ओपनिंग होगा. इसमें एनस जो है एब्सेंट होंगे. ओनली माउथ इज प्रेजेंट. द नंबर ऑफ फिंगर लाइक प्रोसेसेस कॉल्ड टेंटिकल्स आर प्रेजेंट अराउंड द माउथ फॉर कैप्चरिंग फूड. The body bears special stinging cells called cnidoplasts that can paralyze the small organisms. Animal exist in two forms called polyp and medusa. In many forms, a hard calcareous exoskeleton is present that results in the formation of corals. Corals develop hard skeletons made up of calcium carbonate from their secretions, but these are not bones. Now we will talk about phylum Platyhelminths. The term Platyhelminths is derived from two Greek words, that is platis and helmin. Platis means flat and helmin means worms. So in this phylum we will talk about flatworms. Examples of Platyhelminths are Planaria, Fasciola hepatica that is also known as liver fluke, Cystoma that is also known as blood fluke, and Taenia solium that is known as tapeworm. Tapeworm is a common flatworm parasite that lives in the intestine of vertebrates surrounded by the host's semi-digested food. Now we will discuss about major characteristics of phylum Platyhelminths. It is dorso-ventrally flattened.
Acoelomate means coelom is absent, digestive tract greatly reduced or missing, excretory system consists of phlegm cells, mostly parasitic in nature. Some like planaria are free living. They are the first simplest triploblastic animals. They show bilateral symmetry. The organisms are dorsoventrally flattened and leaf-like or ribbon-like structure. They are unsegmented worm. Body cavity or coelom is absent, and due to this reason they are known as coelomate. The alimentary canal has only one opening which serves as the mouth or no anus. Next, we will study about phylum Nematoda. We will study the characteristic features of all the remaining phylums, but this video is being little bit longer, so I will discuss all the remaining phylums in my next video. See you very soon in the next video. Thank you for watching the video.